Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I apologize, I'm running late. It's been interesting the last few days. Cameraman was set to go on a trip, and then that, with all the flight stuff going on, it keeps being pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. Finally, he got to leave, and anyway, so I reminded him to lock up the garbage or take it out when he left, and he forgot. So when I got home, I found it just a mess everywhere. Obviously, Ike loves getting the garbage. So there's like coffee grounds from like 3 coffee loads. There's eggshells, there's egg yolks, there's gum wrappers, there's anything you could there's popcorn. It's just everywhere. So that's what I got to do. It was a fun day to clean up, and then I could finally get the vacuum out and do all that stuff, and then like an hour ago, I just kind of did a walk through the house. I could still see like eggshells and little coffee grounds, and I don't know. Anyway, so he's lucky he's gone because I would kill him right now. Anyway, okay, on today's video, I just thought I'd talk about the worst and best, in my opinion, skincare brands for sensitive or acne-prone skin types. I have a few favorites. Most of you will probably guess those, and a few brands that, in my opinion, they're just not worth risking it. So I'm going to start out. I've got 4 brands that are, in my opinion, not great for sensitive skin. The first one that instantly comes to mind because of how much they market and how a lot of the schools use them, and a lot of estheticians use them, that comes to mind is Dermalogica. They're just really expensive, and a lot of their stuff is just really loaded. I would say there's a handful of products from them that are okay. Their gentle physical exfoliator and cleanser, that little duo they have, micro exfoliant and gentle cleanser, seem to work well. They're pretty gentle. They're not ridiculously expensive. So those are a couple products that they probably, in my opinion, I would guess, probably their most popular products. They have a moisturizer too that was pretty decent, and then a mask. I wonder if I have it here. Oh yeah, right here. That was overall okay. That didn't have tons of fragrance in it. So anyway, the cons of this brand. Obviously, many of their products are low with fragrance, essential oils, very fragrant. They don't have a lot of real ascorbic acid options. They've got their Biolumin C, which I don't think uses actual ascorbic acid. And on top of it all, they're pretty pricey. A lot of their most recent products they've come out with are getting even more expensive. So, in my opinion, that is one. If you have sensitive or acne-prone skin, to steer clear of. Number 2 is going to be Lancome. And I will say, out of every product I have ever reviewed since I started, which I don't know how many, it's been several years now that I've been doing this. The one worst product I ever tried was the Lancome sunscreen that came in a purple bottle. Hands down, the worst product I've ever tried. It was awful. It was irritating. It was loaded with fragrance. It was loaded with alcohol. It was like $100. And on top of it, it used just the basic terrible US filters. It was just awful all the way around. I mean, you're already at chance of having irritation when you're using a chemical sunscreen, especially if you have sensitive skin. Then you throw in the fragrance, the essential oils, and the tons of alcohol they used in it, and it was just bad, terrible, worst product I've ever reviewed. You know what? That's why I should do a top 10, the worst 10 products I've ever reviewed, because a few of them are coming to mind right now. But anyway, that definitely hands down, most memorable one, because my skin was freaking out for a while. Okay, and then in terms of their pros, I guess for the pros for Lancome, I guess some of their makeup and mascara products seem to work well for many people. So in terms of skincare, Lancome is not a brand I would gravitate towards. In terms of their makeup, some of their mascaras people really like. So I have my favorite, Thrive Cosmetics, so I don't need to mess with that. But okay, number 3 is Kiehl's, and they do have some unfragranced options. They've got many different mask, rinse-off mask options, which is nice. And then their calendula line is pretty gentle. But overall, Kiehl's, for what they are, they're pretty expensive. And I have a hard time finding any products from them that don't have added fragrance in it somewhere. They seem to be highly scented. And then, again, they're pretty pricey, a lot of their newer products that they're coming out with. They lack a lot of exciting actives and things, but I mean, they do have a nice collection of different masks that are worth trying, so that might be worth it for you guys. But overall, they're pretty pricey, and there's not much. They have one product, their Oat Soothing Balm, which I did like. So And then number 4 is Elemis. And I will say this about Elemis. A lot of people love their makeup removing balm. It's probably, in terms of the beauty box I've subscribed to, it's probably the single product I've gotten the most of. I think they have like 12 or 13 of them. So, and a lot of people really like that. Otherwise, in terms of Elemis, their products are pretty expensive. They lack a lot of exciting actives for skin, and a lot of their products are just too scented. So I'll link to all these below so you can check it out, do whatever you think, whatever, check out their products. But those are a few I would probably steer clear of. And then next up, my favorite, best brands for sensitive skin types. And the first one I'm going to go with was CosRX. I really like a lot of their stuff. They have a lot of nice options, a lot of different products for soothing skin, calming irritated skin. They have a propolis line, which is nice for acne-prone skin. They also have a nice selection of different actives, vitamin C and retinoids, and they're also pretty affordable. They also have a lot of different cleansing options. In terms of the cons of CosRX, many of their sunscreens are highly scented. They came out with a new one this year, their Invisible Sunscreen Gel, which isn't scented. However, if you're checking out any of their other sunscreens, a lot of them are pretty highly scented. So it's always surprising me because a lot of their products are friendly for sensitive skin, and then they have all these sunscreens that are just so darn overly perfumed. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Okay, next up, Geek and Gorgeous. I love this brand. They have many different actives. They have 3 different liquid exfoliants, there's one great one for every skin type. Their Power Peptides, I've already got a back above. Their APAD serum is wonderful. Their vitamin C serum, I just gave to my sister-in-law to test out. They've got a lot of great products. They're very affordable as well, which is nice, and great vitamin C serum as well. In terms of the cons for Geek and Gorgeous, I guess their biggest con is they don't really have any sunscreen options yet. And more moisturizing options would be nice. Currently, they have 2 real moisturizers, one for dry skin, one for oily skin. I'd like to see a variety of different ones, or maybe like a moisturizer with antioxidants, or a defense repair serum, or something like that. So, next up is Good Molecules. They're extremely affordable brand. They have a lot of different nice options for exfoliants. They also have a lot of different great brightening products. This one, I don't think this product in the reviews did so well, but I overall like this. It's just a nice lightweight serum. It's not fussy. It's not thick, but I'm kind of feeling tired at the end of the day and I just want to put on my moisturizer and go. This is a nice one because it dries super quick. Their eye creams are pretty nice. And I would love to see some nice, more moisturizer options from them. They really have one main lightweight moisturizer, so I'd love to see more from them in terms of different moisturizing options. Maybe different for oily skin or dry skin, things like that. And maybe some new sunscreens. You can never go wrong with that. Next up, number 5 is Paula's Choice. The pros with Paula's Choice is obviously going to be everything's fragrance free. They have multiple retinoid options and they have multiple exfoliants, and this is where they excel, in my opinion, on the exfoliants. They are always releasing new ones. This 2% BHA liquid exfoliant is probably one of the, if I had to guess, I would probably guess this might be one of the best-selling salicylic acid products out there. That's going to be my guess because a lot of people use this and have good luck with it. They've got a lot of great exfoliants. Everything's fragrance-free as well. In terms of the cons of Paula's Choice, they're getting expensive. They just came out with a new retinol hide serum, and it's 1 ounce and it's $68. So they're getting expensive. Your best bet is to wait for a sale somewhere. And still, when you're talking $70, 20% off, it's still going to be a lot of money. And then they also seem to be changing their product lineup a lot recently. So if you fall in love with something and they're adding new things all the time, they might be getting rid of other things too. Next up, number 6, I've got 2 more after this one. Allies of Skin, great product options. They have some really nice peptide products, and they're releasing a lot of new stuff lately. Their sister brand, I believe they sold, which is PSA Skin. I believe they sold it recently, which I love. So if Allies of Skin is too expensive, PSA Skin is great. And then most of their products are fragrance-free, if not all of them. I'm thinking. Yeah. In terms of the cons, they're freaking expensive. Most of their new releases that they've released are well over $100. This one, if you pay for it, normally it's $125. It's expensive. It's double the price of the Protini, which the last bottle of Protini I used, I hated. It was foamy every time. I don't know if that was a one-off or what, but anyway, so although it might be worth checking out during the winter time, Black Friday and things like that, because they offer buy one, get one free deals. That's really the main time when it makes sense to buy from them. Okay, next up, Stratia Skin. Their Lipid Gold, amazing. I don't know what tube I'm on. This is probably, I don't know, 6, 7, 8. I don't even know. I lost track. I love it though. And now this one's gigantic. It's 4 ounces. So all their products are fragrance free, and they have great options for dry skin types. In terms of the cons of Stratia Skin, I'd love to see a sunscreen. They don't have one yet. I don't know if they ever will. Some of these brands, I get it. Sunscreen's a mess to deal with, a mess to formulate, and a mess to sell, and everything else. And they don't really have a daytime moisturizer that really excels. The Lipid Gold, this one's great for at night, but for the daytime it'd be a bit too over the top, even for my dry skin. And then last but not least, I still love this brand, Skin Fix. They've got some really nice options. And if you have a TJ Maxx or Marshalls near you, check them out, because I tend to find great stuff from Skin Fix there from time to time. Not always, but from time to time. Recently I got this one for I think $17, and this is normally like $60 some product. They have great products for body care, hand care. Eczema products are great. Most of them are fragrance free, not all of them, but almost all their products are fragrance free. And then in terms of the cons, they're pricey, and again, they don't have a sunscreen yet. And I get it. You know what? A lot of these brands are based in the US, and honestly, I have a hard time getting excited about formulating a sunscreen if you have to go by the US rules. It's just not very exciting. You're limited. It feels like some of the chemical few that they do have, it seems like they're going to try and get rid of those too. So I don't know. That's kind of what I see writing on the wall for that one. But anyway, so those are some of my favorites. Curious from you guys if you have a favorite or what you've had bad luck with, I guess. And leave it below. And I'll see you guys more tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.